Hey everybody, how are you doing tonight? First things first, let me know that you can hear me loud and clear without any echo. I noticed on my playback last week there was an echo, and I didn't like it. I'm still trying to figure out the new mic setup. So hey everybody, wow, we already got some stuff going on in here. Will, what's up? Sofa, what's up? Ken in the house. We need Paramount to win because they care about physical media. Yes, that is part of it for sure. Mark Underwater with a $5 super chat starting us off strong says on board and ready to go. Ready for some movie news. Well, we got some things to talk about for sure. Howdy, 77 Rockets Woodworking. What is up, man? Ben. Eric in the house. Paramount is way lesser of the two evils, and if this, I'm not a big fan of big mergers overall, but if this is going to happen, and Universal can't afford it, then Paramount is not only lesser of two evils, it's where I want it to go, and we'll talk about why. Chase Street in the house. One good chase deserves another, as usual. What's up, man? Get this all pulled up here. Yeah, I don't know what happened last week. I don't know if I actually, it sounded like it was coming back through. There was a little bit of feedback when I was watching the playback. I'm sorry about that. Got all my pages over here lined up that I want to talk about tonight, because I know everybody is talking about this for sure. There's no doubt about that. What's up? Dead Demon 76. Ghostface Studio Productions. What's up, man? Movie Odyssey in the house. Good. Sounds great. Loud and clear. Good. That's what I like to hear. AVA is live. I am live tonight, at least for a little bit. Loud and clear, no echo. Good. Maybe I got it right this time. It's a couple of extra buttons to click and turn off or on. I just realized, is everything backwards? All my stuff got kind of messed up in my settings. Let's see here. There. Now I don't look like all the writing is not backwards. All the writing was backwards. Tuesday already, yes. Week is flying. You're telling me. You're telling me. Goodness gracious alive. Becca's in the house, and she hears me. Hey, Becca. Sitho Brick says, love my review of TMNT. Waiting for yours to show up. Did they fix the face in the mouth bit in the first? You know what? I didn't look for that. I need to probably go back and look and see. What's up by his stripes? Carrie in the house. We got a $5 super chat from Ben in the house. Says, thanks for discussing this. Yeah, we're gonna discuss it, and it's gonna be interesting. Dark Rope Collective in the house. Ooh, I love that logo right there. It says, love your channel. Paramount definitely needs this, but I don't know. Could this be Netflix chance to get into physical media? Well, considering that they don't want to put any, they even stopped putting out Stranger Things on physical media, and because Sarandon said, number one, he said that physical media is just clutter, and number two, he said anything they put out on physical media devalues their streaming because this no longer proprietary. You don't have to come to their streaming service to get it. So he sees it as devaluing it every single time they put something out on physical media. Hit that like button like a hostile takeover. Gangsta Squad is a Christmas adjacent movie. I haven't done Christmas adjacent movies yet, but they're coming. That list is coming. I actually was working on that list right there tonight. You guys tell me, is this backwards to you? Is like all the writing backwards to you now, or is it straight? Like, are you reading that properly, or is it straight, or is it backwards? Stupid camera. $5 super chat from Chase Street. He says, I appreciate it, man. He says, I can't tell you how many times I keep checking Google for updates since I heard the Paramount news yesterday. Yeah, it's gonna... It'll take some time, and you're gonna start... Outside of people who have a vested interest in getting clicks for opposing physical media and just part of their shtick, like John Campea, you're going to see the common sense stuff start to move more to Paramount, it looks like, because they're offering essentially $30 billion more dollars in an all cash thing. And we're going to get into it a little bit, but that's even better because they're willing to take all the bad debts from the non-linear arms of Warner Brothers. So all the stuff that's losing money, CNN, all these other things with them that's losing money, that has lots of debts, Netflix wanted to leave that. They didn't want any of it. So they were offering less money. They were just getting the good parts and leaving behind what's called the stub in a situation like this. In a man, I am accessing information in my brain that I haven't had to use in a long time. I think that's what it was called. I think, man, I haven't. I haven't. I have an MBA, I promise, but I haven't used it like that. But it's like, I think it's called a stub. Like when you basically take all the good stuff and then you leave the crap behind. So they wanted to take the good stuff for less money and then leave them with the stuff that still had all the debt and the problems. So their deal is even less lucrative when you look at it like that. Yes, all my references for I'm trying to be as positive as possible here. By his stripes, I'm feeling pretty good. Netflix is not going to succeed now either, because I think what's going to happen now is I think the Ellisons are going to spend whatever they have to get it. I think they've got FU money and they'll do it. And you're reaching the point with Netflix where they're already over like 30% of their market cap, their value of their company, before they even get up to 108 billion. If they went up to 108 billion, they'd be a little more, even more so. So I just don't see them leveraging that much, because what it essentially is to them is just content they're buying. And they want to spend $108 billion on content. They could make a crap load of content for $108 billion. Man, there is Movie Mass 4K. What's up, Jason, in the house? Make sure you are subscribed to Jason. Austin, what's up? Whoa, I see a $10 super chat from Ghost Face Studio Productions. Says, I'm signing the paperwork this week for my latest film, Elevate, to be signed to Found TV, premiering in July. Woot, woot. By the way, I got a video of my 45 Michael Myers masks on display. Awesome, man. Well, congrats on all that. And thank you for the $10 super chat. 45 Michael Myers masks. Holy crapola. That's awesome, man. Paramount owns some Friday the 13th. Warner Brothers also owns some Friday the 13th. Seb made it. You're back? Guess who's back? Back. Okay, good. It's straight. It's normal. All right, good, 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 good. Yeah, I mean, so yes, with Paramount taking it. So I was looking at some stuff today and listening as I was working, and I clear a few things up, like because the last stream I had talked about how, you know, listen, you can't ever believe anything CEOs say completely, but all you can do is go by their actions, right? And to this point, we have seen that Netflix, they stopped putting things out on streaming. They don't want to put things out on streaming. We have heard their CEO say the theaters need to go away. They're outdated. He said that his son is a professional editor and he doesn't see the difference between watching a movie like Lawrence of Arabia or Godfather or Indiana Jones on his phone over seeing it at the theater. Or that just made me cringe out loud. And he says that he sees physical media as clutter. So, and then we see that they don't put it out except for the very few deals they've cut with Criterion because of the filmmakers had those deals in place. So we see that. On Paramount side, and I think some people have missed this a little bit, and I was talking to my man Mike at Blockbuster Box Sets, because he was saying, well, Tom Cruise had to make Paramount back when Top Gun Maverick came out. He had to put his foot down and say, no, you're not putting it on streaming, you're putting it at the theater, so you can't trust them either. Well, the guy who owns Paramount now, he didn't own them then. And as a matter of fact, Tom Cruise has a lot of power, but the reason that movie got out at the theater is because Ellison came in to Paramount and financed 50% of that movie with a stroke of a check on the condition that it got put out at theaters. So all we can do is go with what they're doing, like their actions. You can't just believe anything anybody says, but you can believe what you've seen them do. And he said again and again and again, even well before this, that they have a commitment to the theatrical and to the physical media model. That's what they want to do, and they want to extend them back out to more meaningful, longer release windows. And I was talking to my boy Jason in here from Movie Mass. To this day, and Ellison has hinted to this too, it makes no sense. I will never understand why they traded having a theatrical release window of basically 60 days for a crap movie to, 3 or 4 months for a big time movie at minimum. I mean, hell, Jurassic Park was at the theater for like 9 or 10 months. So they would have these big, long theatrical windows, this big revenue window. Then it would go to sleep. There would be a blackout of anywhere from 30 to 90 days before it came out for rent on VHS or at the video rental store. Usually it was like 60 days minimum. So you had this other revenue window all over again, all this hype in this other revenue window. Then there was another 30 or 60 days where they've been reaping all that money. That's the only place you can get it now. Then they would release it on physical media and they would get a new revenue window. So they traded these 3 huge revenue windows and hype windows for a hurry up and go to streaming, where you're not going to get anything fresh for it. Like, especially if you have a streaming and somebody's already subscribed to you, you're not getting anything fresh for it. They traded 3 giant revenue windows and streams. It makes no sense. And Ellison has said, he said that. So that's what I can go on. I don't care. Everybody wants to bring all the politics into it and stuff. They can touch grass, as they say. Like, I don't care. I care about the movies and the art and saving that. How I'm not sure how it's shady. Well, because here's the thing, they have now it's coming out that Warner Brothers was ignoring Paramount's higher bids all along, which if that goes to the shareholders and that's proven true, that you talk about shady, that's downright illegal because you're screwing over your shareholders. It's not shady to outbid someone. I mean, it's a bid. They didn't sign anything. They hadn't bought it yet. It was going to take a year and a half, if ever, for them to get it cleared. So I don't. It's a bidding war. That's just kind of what that is. It's just like Richard says, just like buying a house. Like you can outbid someone else and overpay. Also, overpay is kind of relative anyway. Like that's. Yeah, it's all worth to you. Like, I mean, there are people that would pay, $200 or $150 for that Roadhouse 4K right there. That was, when it was brand new, was only $45. Other people would consider that grossly overpaying, and some people would think it's a good deal. See, I don't like. So here is my thing on that, and I'm not getting into the politics, but if you have had no problem with the media and the news being completely one-sided the other way this whole time, like for the past 15 years, you can't like worry that now the news might talk about both sides. Like you can't, or be on somebody else's side. Number one. Number two, Trump ain't controlling it, y'all. I mean, we have gotten to unhealthy levels of bringing Trump into everything. Like, it's unhealthy levels. Do you know, just a few days ago, they were tying him to the other side of this. So, like, whichever way they can go to try to vilify and bring him into it, like, that they know that stokes the most division between people, and it's to unhealthy levels. Like, you're assuming that just because Trump knows a guy in business and that guy's company owns a giant studio and one of those pieces is a news studio, that somehow Trump is controlling that news studio. Like, that just makes my head hurt. Yes, that's a good way to say it is Netflix wanted to treat Warner Brothers like a buffet. They wanted to pick the good stuff off the top and leave the other stuff behind. That's exactly it.
And in the meantime, shut down multiple industries.
Yeah, it would shut down other industries too, for sure. Another $5 super chat from Ghostface Studio Productions. He said, Elevate premieres in January, not July. Did I say it wrong the first time, or did you just type it wrong? Let me go back and see. Okay, you said July. Okay, I'm not losing my mind. At least not for that. Yeah, Campia, I've taken him to task before on this channel. He is, and he really dislikes physical media. I mean, he really hates it. Yeah, Netflix, I mean, so now, like, because Paramount has this commitment to theatrical now, and he was getting all this blowback. We're going to talk about the real reason why this is probably not going to Netflix, and why I think ultimately Netflix is sowing the seeds of its own demise. And they'll be around in some capacity, but they're going to have to make their own stuff, and it's going to start shrinking. And we're going to talk about why in a minute. And I think eventually we're going to have streaming, but I think each individual studio is just going to stream the stuff that they own. And that's it. And I don't think you're going to see, I think you're going to stop seeing licenses out to any third party streamer. I think it's going to stop. I think it's all going to be kept in-house for each studio. And we're going to talk about why in just a second. Because if you guys haven't noticed, it takes a whole lot for the Writers Guild of America, Producers Guild of America, Screen Actors Guild of America, and liberals, and conservatives, Democrats, Republicans, all to agree on something. And the Hollywood A-listers, and we're going to talk about why that is in just a minute. Yeah, right now Sarandis is in full damage control. He's in full damage control. He's panicked, and he will try to say anything because he did not anticipate the Hollywood elite literally going to the other side of the aisle to ask for help and teaming up together. And now he's fighting unions and guilds and all that kind of stuff. He didn't expect all that. And I'm not sure why. Hey, Robert. He's definitely not as smart as he thinks he is. If he didn't see that coming, because we're going to talk about why, the fact that he didn't see it coming blows my mind. Hey, everybody in the house? You catch back up real quick? Jello John with a $10 super chat says, I picked up and watched Nightmare Sisters and Evils of the Night. Man, that was a fun time. Thanks for the recommend. Oh, I'm glad you like those. Evils of the Night is a trip, man. Nightmare Sisters is just redonkulous. Filmed that thing in a weekend with leftover pieces of film. Thank you for the super chat, Jello John, and I'm glad you enjoyed those, man. Sith said, I remember working for Blockbuster and Hollywood Video. There was a rule 60 to 90 days between each state. Yeah, right. There you go. And then I stopped one short. Like, then you had, after the rental window, then there was the 60, 90-day window for the thing to go on sale on physical media. Then it could be 3 months, 6 months, or whatever, and you would get it on HBO. And then that you'd get more of a hit. And then it'd be 6 months or a year later, and you'd get it on regular TV, and it'd be another hit. They had all of this lined up just to rake in cash and excitement at each one of these windows. Why they gave that up, I cannot understand for the life of me. And that's what me and Jason were talking about. It just, under no circumstances does that make any sense. They had to think we'll save more money by not printing these discs, but man, is that short-sighted. It's very shady not to hear competitor offers and to try to shield out certain offers or whatever. I mean, I think it's straight up legit to just, if you want to bid more, bid more. Yeah. That's exactly right. They kept ignoring the higher bid from Paramount. And this is everybody's saying this now. They ignored the higher bid from Paramount on multiple occasions and waited on Netflix to get a bid that was higher and then said, "Okay, we're good. Everybody's out." Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's the thing. He can, Sarandis, he'll get out. I mean, you believe what he really said. He thinks the theater is an outdated model. He thinks physical media is clutter, and he would only commit to keeping the already scheduled, committed releases from Warner Brothers, but that he was going to shrink the release window on those. That's what he said. And then when Paramount came in here with this bigger bid, he's like, oh, crap. And then everybody started coming down on him, all the guilds, because they got power, y'all. The Screen Actor, I promise you, the Screen Actors Guild, the Directors Guild, and the Producers Guild, and the Writers Guild, who are all against him, they got some power, y'all. And when all those people came down on him, and then he had senators on the Democrat side, senators on the Republican side, all coming down on him too, he started trying to say different things. Yeah. So, it's, Trump gave a blessing to net. How do you know? Like, this is what I mean. You have somebody else in this same chat that thinks he's buddy buddies with Paramount, and that he's going to run CNN, and then you're over here saying he's teaming with Netflix. This is what I mean. Like, y'all, I promise you, until he has to decide whether or not it is in violation of antitrust and all that kind of stuff, he doesn't care. He just doesn't care like y'all think he does. The media has built this up so much, and that they drag his, like, literally putting his name on every article they can. Why? Because it gets you to click it. That's why. Give me some proof of that. Don't and not, well, Gun DC Universe Instagram page said so. That's not proof, man. And just because he met with a business executive, he's met with both of them. He's met with all of them. He's going to meet with business executives all the time. That I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, really. Everybody, they put his name. I swear to y'all, they put his name in every headline in every post they can because it gets clicks. That's why. That's it, man. Like, I don't care, like, what side you fall on. Being this obsessed with one person on everything, whether he's in office or out of office, is not healthy. He just doesn't have that much power. I promise you. Me too, man. I am so tired of it. It's like, it's all encompassing. Like, there'll be things that have nothing to do with politics that people make political. And I'm like, I care about the exact same thing. I care about which studio will be good for movies. That's it. And I don't care what president is in office when that happens. Like, I just don't care. Like, I want good things for people. And I don't care if Trump gets them, Biden gets them. I don't care. I don't, if you do a good thing, nobody's going to do things that you agree with all the time. But if you do a good thing, we've lost all sense of rational discussion. If you do a good thing, say it's a good thing. If you do a bad thing, say it's a bad thing. I am and I am consistent, y'all. It's not just on politics. Anybody that follows me on this channel knows I'm consistent with that. I can love a boutique label to death. If they do a good job on a 4K, I'll tell you, and I'll tell you why. If they didn't, and they're cheaping you out or whatever else, I'll tell you that too. Like, that, just be consistent and use your wrinkle brain. Don't be a smooth brain. There is a lot of people who are basing too their decisions on whether or not they think so and so will keep this DC universe or that DC universe. It's so funny. Yeah, that's it. They're 3 hours after the yes. So, like, It's like I've seen on both sides of it. It's like, oh, he helped Netflix, and oh no, he's buddies with Paramount. Oh no, he slammed Paramount because now he's buddies with Net. It's like whichever way they think it can get you to click and drag his name into it, that's what they do, and it's exhausting. You have to really dig for the real facts. Hey, I'm down for Rush Hour 4. Who's not down for Rush Hour 4? I would totally go watch Rush Hour 4. Another $10 super chat from Ghostface Studios Productions. Thank you, my friend. He says, look, if vinyl can come back and be popular and physical media can come back, hey, man, physical media, those of us who collect physical media know how fast stuff sells out and how much stuff comes out on a monthly, weekly basis. It is insane how much stuff comes out. It's back. It's just people aren't catching on. A lot of people aren't catching on to the fact because they're distracted by streaming. We're about to get to all that in just a second. Let me catch up on to the chat. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Wait, what? Terry, I am sorry to hear that. There's not words that I can say, but I am sorry for your loss. That's tough. And this time that I lost my dad a few years ago suddenly at this time of year. And it's never easy, but this time of year makes it worse, and I hate to hear that. God bless, my friend. That's it. That's it. And we're gonna as soon as I catch back up here, we're gonna talk about it. Yes, yes. The CEOs being out of touch and not seeing things coming. Yeah, the Cracker Barrel is a good point. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. The best way for it to be profitable and kept simple and handle residuals and stuff, that might be the very thing that ends up bringing Netflix down. They're going to have to create all their own stuff eventually. I like my clutter too. If you want your clutter, you can keep your clutter. Chop Saki 4K movie mask in the house. Well, that goes back to there's some people that just don't care about owning anything, or more specifically, they don't care about you owning anything. I laugh all the time. You see these gurus on social media that tell you that owning your own home is stupid and you should rent. And yet, every one of them that say that own not only their own home, they own a buttload of rental properties. Go figure. Well, everybody has to drag him into it, that's for sure. Is that like? Unfortunately, it's running about as wide as Hulkamania. Oh yeah, my movie collection's been growing steady. Yeah, the whole smooth brain. Yeah, they sure did, and then they stopped. Chase a two, chase a roo. I hate autocorrect too. Lethal finale. That's cool. That's a good title. I would like. I mean, I've been looking into any Warner Brothers titles I don't have. I know that. All right. So I want to, hit that like button and help us. So, here is why I think, and we got a few things over here. Look, I made notes, like y'all. But here's the reason why I think eventually Netflix. This is why I don't understand how he didn't see problems coming. The CEO of Netflix, and this is what I think will ultimately bring down Netflix and shrink them down to their own content. And it's gonna have each studio having their own streaming and of their own products. This is it right here. So this is an article, and this has been in. I saw this too. Variety covered this same thing. Everybody in Hollywood secretly hates Netflix. So now what? Producers hate Netflix because they can't get back in profits. A-list actors and their agents hate that they've put a lid on salaries and residuals. Studios hate Netflix when it poached their talent and jacked up executive salaries. Exhibitors, theaters and stuff, hate Netflix because the streamer is undermining theatrical business by convincing people it's better to stay on the couch. Even if Netflix has been good for consumers, which is debatable, and I agree, outside of things like Stranger Things and Cobra Kai, which they didn't create either, YouTube Red did, it definitely hasn't been good for the people who make up not only the entertainment business in Hollywood, but all the peripheral businesses. Many in Hollywood just don't trust Netflix since Netflix was never about them. The key word, let's go back to what's going to bring it down eventually. Residuals and back-end profits. That's going to bring it down. Because now you have all the guilds together that are like, enough of this. All of the guilds, the major guilds in Hollywood, have united against this. And listen, actors and all these people, they make the bulk of their money that sets them up for the rest of their life off of residuals and back-end profits. And the streaming model takes that. Netflix, when your stuff goes to Netflix, they don't pay. They pay nothing, and they pay pennies. Like, everybody's like, oh, Netflix used to be... I'm going to tell you honestly. Netflix used to take advantage of independent filmmakers, too. Big time. I mean big time. Trust me, as one, they didn't want to pay you anything. They might license your movie for $1,500, and that's all you ever got. And they are exploiting it to tons of people. And they built their company off the backs of people like that. And I have no special fondness for that. So now those actors, you watch their stuff on there and they're not getting anything for it anymore. Whereas if it was showed on syndicated TV or anything like that, they get money from it. If the back end, all that would be there. It's not now, but when anything's on Netflix. Now, here's the way you fix that. If Paramount and Warner Brothers combine, or let's just say they stay separate. Paramount streams the stuff that they own and create. Warner Brothers streams and creates the stuff that they own and create. Universal streams and stuff that they own and create, so on. Then everybody keeps that money in-house for those things. And it's very easy then to pay and keep track of. Yes, Scarlett Johansson sued Disney over this. And it's because why? Because they wanted to put it straight to streaming so fast, and she's going to lose out all this money and everything. That is it. Ultimately, I think that has combined the guilds, and they're powerful, because I can promise you Netflix isn't making anything without them. They ain't making anything. So, I mean, they could come to somewhere like Georgia that's a right to work state and use Netflix production stuff and hire tons of non-union workers and make all the stuff they want to. But all those A-listers, if you're part of SAG, you ain't getting them. You ain't getting them. So they're not, that's going to bring them down eventually. Ghostface Studios with a Studio Productions with a $5 super chat. He says, tell the people out there about how us indie filmmakers got to pay Netflix $5K plus just to get the opportunity to pitch it to them. That is absolutely true. You have to pay them to pitch to them. You have to pay, if you don't have a distributor or whatever, you also got to pay an aggregator to get through to them. Like all of this stuff just to get through to them. And then maybe if you get it on there, they give you, I'm telling you, back in the day, they could easily give you $1,500, $4,000 maybe to stream it for 2 years. $4,000. I know personally. So it's like they built on those people. It's a ripoff. It's a ripoff. Oh, they could offer you dirt cheap nothing. They could definitely offer you dirt cheap nothing. I can speak of 1,500 and 4,000 because of personal knowledge. I appreciate that. Is it is it Glendelbro 83? Or should I be saying like the letters? You got to tell me how to say it phonetically. It says, Chase, you are currently my top channel. I had to unsubscribe from so many channels this year. Thank you for being one of the few YouTubers that doesn't insult or talk down to their... I am here to hang out and talk and share my passion and love and knowledge of movies and pop culture with all of you. I'm not going to try to talk down to you. I was a teacher, so I try to take what I know and explain it to people that maybe are interested but don't know as many things or just want to find out more in the most easy, understand, and fun ways possible. That's how you remember it. That's how you learn. That's how you get excited about stuff. William, what's up? Very, very arrogant people for sure. I've been trying to do that anyway, but it's a good call. Okay, Glendale. Are you in Glendale, California? I've been to Glendale, California a few times. Yeah, they could. If you ever get an indie project on Netflix, you're encouraged to get it on a higher profile tier, featured playlist, etc. Yeah, I mean, back when I was trying to get mine on there, they didn't have as much stuff, so it was a little bit different. Oh, just wait till I talk about I used to take Kenpo karate for about almost 4 years. I used to we'll see what I've got a video coming in January on why movies don't look and feel the same as they used to, why they feel more fake and different things now, why they don't look as real, they don't seem as real. And Netflix is a big part of the problem on that, though they're not the only offender. I trust me, they are not. Oh, Glendale, Arizona. I have never been to Glendale, Arizona. You're here because we like Porky's, Nerds, and Hamburger the Movie, amongst others. Well, yes, I do like all of those, and I wish we had 4Ks of each one of those. I don't know. I don't know that they could. I don't know whether they could weasel out of it or not. I would have no trust in them not trying to weasel out of it at all. Because if you think about it in their terms and what he said, if I put out a movie on physical media and you can buy it and take it home, you no longer, that's one less thing that you need to be subscribed to my service for. So in his mind, every time he does that, And it's not without merit. I'm not saying he's wrong, but in his mind, every time he puts something on physical media and you buy it, he is lessening the worth of his streaming service. And you can't I'm not saying he's wrong on that, and that's why they're so dangerous, because they could have all this stuff, lock it up, and you can't get to it anyway but them, and they can charge whatever they want to then. So it is no longer proprietary. If the only place on earth you can watch The Godfather is on Netflix, that's the only place on earth you can watch it, what is his incentive to release that on physical media? He's got you. There is no financial incentive for that. That's definitely part of it. That's part of it. That's it, man. And Jurassic Park's going to be a big part of that video, because they understood texture, they understood scale, they understood lighting, and there wasn't a fix-it-in-post approach. And one of the problems now is they shoot everything flat with these wide-angle lenses with people up close. So they're very in focus, and the whole background completely blurs away. So almost everything looks like it's shot in front of a green screen, even when it's not. Why? Because if we can keep that all out of focus and flat lit, and we want to change it in post completely in the background, we can do that. But if we use real cinematic lighting with high contrast, shadows, lights moving in and out of light and darkness, atmospheric like smoke that you put to cinematic smoke in the air, you get it in spray cans and stuff like that. We do all that stuff. We can't change it in post. So everything ends up looking flat and everything, because they can't commit to a look or decision or anything like that. So all that goes. But in Jurassic Park, they're mixing the CGI that they had planned with animatronics on set, real textures. They got the real proper scale of stuff. They got high contrast. Watch the scene with the T-Rex, the lighting, the weather. Oh my gosh, man. It's a masterclass. It's Spielberg too, but it's a masterclass. And they don't do that anymore, because they don't have the guts to commit to anything, or the knowledge. I'm starting to think they don't have the knowledge anymore. They're so used to shooting digital with green screen and a fix it in post CGI backup that they don't know how to do it anymore. Other back end would be some stuff probably wouldn't ever get made again today. Oh, top 3 Warner Brother titles that haven't come. Well, I would like all the rest of the Lethal Weapon movies. Big time. I'd like the rest of those. That's a big thing. For me, I love Lethal Weapon movies. Yeah, I'm just picking something in particular, I just picked something out of a hat. I could have said Wizard of Oz, Lethal Weapon. It didn't matter. I was just picking a title. T2 still holds up. Yeah, color grading. And that goes back to you can't fix everything with the color grade. If everything is completely flat, lit completely flat, there's only so much life you can give it with the color grade. And then let's see, I got a couple of other things I wanted to pull up here. So I know a lot of people have said that. So here's something that concerns me. And if you follow me on the channel, you know I talk about, is the mic good? Is it sounding good, Seb? If you follow me on the channel, you know that a big thing that I talk about that I think really negatively affects our society is, let me get this off here for a second, is we're losing all the things that unite us. We're losing like the shared monoculture, the shared pop culture that we grew up that we used to have in the 70s, 80s, 90s, stuff like that. These big movies that we all went and saw at the movie theater, all that kind of stuff. We're losing all that. We're getting further and further apart. And I cite streaming as a big part of the problem to that all the time. Why? Because now, and look, listen, I am an introvert that has extroverted moments. So I understand not always wanting to be out with a bunch of people. But I love going to the movies. And I have my whole life. I suffered from anxiety. The movie theater was a place I could go and feel better. But here's the thing. When you go out to the movie theater, you sit down in a movie theater, and yeah, some people can be annoying today. Some people can be loud. Some people, all this kind of stuff. But you sit down in the theater with a bunch of other people that you don't know. And maybe you come from completely different walks of life, completely different economic backgrounds, different races, different religions, different, all that kind of stuff, different politics. You would hate that person's politics and they would hate yours and all that stuff. But you're sitting down and you're watching Jurassic Park together. And you react at the same times. You laugh at the same times. You get scared at the same times. And you realize this is a shared thing, and that on the surface we might have all these things that are different. But inside, maybe we have a lot more things in common. Maybe there's a lot more things that we have in common with each other. There's a lot more that unites us than that divides us, despite what they would have you believe. So if you're sitting there and you're having that experience with each other, it can only help bring together. Like, I was in this theater and it was sold out. There was 300 people and we were all screaming our asses off at this same time. And you're connected to those people and you remember that experience. You do not get that same kind of experience sitting at home. Sitting at home, watching it on your streaming, half scrolling your phone, getting angry at another Trump post or whatever it is you're getting angry at, and half looking up at it, and the sound sucks on it because even if you got a good sound system, Netflix doesn't. The quality isn't there, and you're just alone with this experience. You're not connected to anything bigger than yourself anymore. And you become isolated, and it's easier to see the person next to you is not someone who could have a shared experience with you that you might react to in a similar way, but as an opponent, someone that's in your way, someone that you don't like, all that kind of stuff. In the theater is just one example of that. And we can't afford to lose more of those things. And I'm going to side with whichever company, and in this case, it's Paramount. I got to be honest. I had wished before anything, if this was going to happen, I wanted Universal to get them. Universal Comcast. They don't got the money. But I wanted them to, because they already have a partnership with Warner Brothers. They run Groove together on physical media. They have a commitment to physical media. They also have a partnership in their parks. The IP, Universal has Warner Brothers IPs all in their parks. I was hoping for that, but outside of that, Paramount is the next best, because Paramount is not way down the road on streaming, just like Universal's not way down on the road on streaming. Paramount has some streaming, but it's not that big of a thing. And Universal has Peacock, again, not that big a thing. So they weren't committed to that. They are committed to the theatrical, okay? And they're committed to physical media. And that's what we need. That's what we need. And people are like, oh, it'll never go back to the way it was. I promise you, if streaming disappeared tomorrow, if tomorrow they said streaming was no longer allowed in the United States, you could not stream movies on a movie service, you had to go rent them or see them at the theater or buy them. Guess what? It would be back 100%, just like it was. The only thing stopping it is streaming. And everybody's like, well, the theaters have been run into the ground for all these years. And theater prices are too high. It's too expensive to buy a ticket. Do you know why it's too expensive to buy a ticket? Because streaming. Because the less people that come through the door, the more they have to get from the people who do come through the door to stay open. People are like, make it cheaper. They can't. There's not enough people coming through there. And then that started killing the movies first. And then they started with way too much politics and way too much social commentary in every single movie. And then that killed it all the rest of the way. So, you know, that's kind of a thing that we have going here. Let me catch up a little bit. Yeah, the mic is the old it's the podcast classic. It is the Shure SM7B. The shared life experience is huge, man. It's huge. It keeps you connected to people. $10 super chat from Chase Street. I appreciate it. He says, it's the holiday season. So it seems appropriate. Every time a cashier's register bell rings for a movie purchase, a Netflix exec loses their wings and sleep. I love it. Good. I'm glad it's sounding good. That's it. No monoculture. You're not going to get the same jokes anymore. You always try. When I tell you guys, if you join my Patreon or you do super chats or you watch it and I get revenue and it goes back into the channel, the mic is part of going back into the channel. You know, it's like $400, $500 mic going back into the channel to have a better experience here. I agree with that. A great theater participation experience can make a 5 movie a 10. Like, especially like, you know, the big spectacle movies or a horror movie, man. Experiencing a horror movie with a room full of people at a theater is something else. That's it. Yeah, you can't get too crazy over here. I have an AMC dine-in theater and I have an NGC theater over here, and if you get loud, then you're out. Canadian Maker Project. You know, I still got your token sitting right there. It says, as much as I fear Netflix making a content machine, not sure how I feel with Paramount buying it. Well, so we're going to talk about some more of this. I don't know if Sony has that kind of money. I don't know if they can jump into that end of the pool or not. I haven't looked at their market cap. I don't know. I can't tell you. Will Paramount still be able to commit to the theater and physical with other entities coming in to help with the $108 billion? So here is the thing. I wanted to touch on this. So, did I close that off? Don't think I closed that off. Okay, so I'm glad you asked this question, because part of the deal, the all-in deal with Paramount, is Paramount took the extra step in their offer to add in this policy. No foreign entity or individual will have any board seats nor voting power on Paramount or the studios after the merger. So they will have full control. Ellisons are going to have the Paramount board, they're going to have full control. No outside entity and no foreign entity at all. That's in the offer bid. So that is huge. And Sony market cap $170 billion. They can't jump into that. So what do the other entities put in most of the money get? Money. They get money. They get money. They'll have a percentage that they get. But I'm going to tell you, most of that money is going to be self-brought. Like, so that's yeah. And you know, Peacock is basically at this point like I don't pay for it. It's thrown in with my I have Comcast cable, Xfinity cable. I don't even pay for it. Pull this up. So I wanted to kind of show you guys this too. So what I was telling you earlier, David Ellison, you know, Tom Cruise, he insisted on Top Gun Maverick getting into the theaters. But Tom has a lot of power. He didn't have enough power to do that on his own. It was Ellison who personally championed the sequel for years, who secured its production and helped shepherd it through the pandemic and to the box office success, and co-financing 50% of the film and help funding it is what made that he had to cut that deal to ensure it going out to theaters. So he was big time, and you can, there are all these articles. Here's the Times article on it, all that kind of stuff. So again, all we can do is go by actions. People can say anything, but man, if you come in to just write a check to co-fund a movie to make sure it gets made and out to the theaters, you're putting your money where your mouth is. So I got to give you credit on that, because that takes a set to do that. Here's something else I wanted to point out. So, I think I was talking to, it might have been you, YSO Bluetooth, if you're still in here. I forget who I was talking to about movies and selling tickets and getting people out to the theaters. People are like, well, people don't go to the theater anymore. It might have been Jason at Movie Mass 4K. And I was like, well, they go to the theater plenty if it's a good movie to go see, and it's out there long enough for them to go see it. So they really do actually go to the movies. People want to go to the movies. And so let me see if I can find this article up here. I think it's on Variety. Hold on one second. So basically, as I look for it, there's stuff coming out constantly as I'm looking right here. So we all know how big Stranger Things is, right? We know how big to Netflix Stranger Things is. It's their big tent pole. It's the biggest thing they've got. It's what they have to have. They've been surviving on Stranger Things for a long time. That's why they have milked it to death. I'm trying to find, I've lost the article, you guys. Let me see if I can find it. It is in the 2 weeks since it's premiered. It's seen 23.6 million views. Stranger Things, collectively. Here it is. So Stranger Things earned a 23.6 million views in its second week on Netflix, remaining the most watched TV title for the week. So you're like, man, 23 million people. That's a lot. Streaming's killing it, man. Streaming could destroy movie theaters. Streaming, do you know how many estimated tickets that Top Gun Maverick sold? 160 million. That's how many estimated tickets Top Gun Maverick sold. Sinners was a surprise hit this year. Sinners, at the average ticket price, because they don't keep up with specific ticket sales, they keep up with box office numbers. The average ticket price right now is like $12.31. At the average ticket price, it suggests that in the United States, that Sinners, which was just a surprise hit, sold 31 million tickets. So that's 31 million people going out of their homes, buying the ticket and going. So even Sinners, a surprise hit, like 8 million more than Stranger Things. And that is the biggest bullet that Netflix has in its arsenal, is Stranger Things. So when you think about that, like, people will go. If you build it, they will come, Ray. They will come. Zootopia is on its way to $1 billion. Lilo and Stitch made $1 billion. People will go. I mean, Weapons, in just a 2-week, less than really a 2-week full run, Weapons did around 20 million tickets. Like, think about it. The theaters have a lot of power. It's just not being utilized. It's just not being utilized. So I would like somebody that realizes, hey, we need to utilize this, to the tune of 30 movies, which that's something else. They have decided they're going to try to put out 30 movies a year. Paramount will, at the theater, if they win the bid. And I'd heard people say, oh, well, we got superhero fatigue already from Marvel doing that. They're not talking about one type of movie. First of all, that's less than 3 movies a month. But that's between Warner Brothers and Paramount. And stuff would come out under the Warner Brothers logo and the Paramount logo. So they would still come out under separate logos if Paramount buys them. So you would know which studio effectively made it on their lot. And I've been to the Warner Brothers lot a few times. It's cool in California. But that's less than 3 movies a month. But that's from across all genres of films. That's not 3 superhero movies a month. So that's not really, that's a lot more than we've had. But that's not saying, oh, it's quantity over quality, because that's between 2 studios putting out 2.5 films a month is not really that much. Are not enough to downgrade quality. Hit that like button. Tom Cruise return. Listen, man, and here's the thing. If this goes through, whether it goes through or not, Paramount's going to do they're going to do one more. Look for, and I agree with Why So Blue Tube. I think Top Gun 3, I think they're going to do it, and I think it's going to be Tom Cruise's last movie when it happens. Like his last big action movie. I do like Iron Eagle. I don't know why they've skipped that for a 4K release. I really don't. They sure did. We need an Iron Eagle 4K. I think there's something to do with some music rights I've heard some rumors on. I'm going to tell you, Top Gun Maverick is one of the best things to listen to on my Atmos system, too, at home. Oh, yeah. So, like, look, Sith Brick, I talked about this on the last live stream. They re-released Revenge of the Sith, and in, 9 days, it made $42 million. A re-release. So, I think people are getting bored with the content on streaming. And I think if you just move away from packing so much, and Paramount wants to do this. Like, I saw someone complaining that Paramount said they were interested in making films like we had in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s. And someone was complaining about that like it's a bad thing. Like, why is that a bad thing? Like, why can't movies just be entertainment and not have, bad, just tons of agendas or whatever for any side? I don't need it from anybody. I just want to go to the movies and see Top Gun Maverick. I want to go to the movies and, see F1 or what. I want to go and see Ford versus Ferrari. I want to go and see Commando, Predator, the original one. not this new one. I want to go and see stuff like that. So people were complaining, well, Paramount's just going to make it. They're going to make, literally, this article said Paramount will make DC superheroes all alpha male again. And they said that like it's a bad thing. They're superhero men. Why can't they be alpha males? Doesn't mean you gotta be a jerk. But they're superhero men. I also think you'll see more people, if they start releasing more movies, you'll start seeing people take advantage of like AMC's deal and like Regal's deals where you can pay like $18 a month, $20 a month and go and see like up to, 2 movies a week or whatever it is. Deadpool and Wolverine made tons of money. So to me, it's like it all comes down to how good the movies you make are. Jay Street with a $5 super chat says premiere of Fallout on Amazon had 65 million views in the first 16 days. It's all perspective. Stranger Things numbers aren't correct. Well, I mean, you look at how many people by default that Amazon has. I mean, it's because everybody that subscribes to Amazon Prime for shipping has access to that. So it's a massive number. Avatar, like I'm gonna take my kids to see. They want to go see the Five Nights at Freddy's Part 2. My daughter told me that today, so I'm gonna take them to see that, and we're gonna go. Me and Logan gonna go see Silent Night, Deadly Night, because I doubt I can talk Risha into going to see that. And I'm trying to think of what else is coming out that I want to see in the theaters. Man, horror movies in the theaters are next level. I mean, our movie theater over here, our movie theaters have the big reclining and heated chairs and all that kind of stuff. And the new theater over here, the NGC theater, it's very retro looking on the inside, but then it has those reclining theater seats and everything. And they have 2 screening rooms that are completely sound wired by Klipsch. And there's Klipsch speakers everywhere, and they got the logo. And I am a big Klipsch speaker guy. And I think it's awesome. And they're heritage speakers and the whole full surround. It's insane. And they have a serve your own popcorn. You can't touch it. You put your popcorn thing under there, and the fresh popcorn's popping out behind the window, and you put your popcorn bag under it, and you just hit the button, and the popcorn comes out and fills up your bag as much as you want to. And I'm a popcorn eater, man. I love popcorn. And I own stock in AMC. It's probably worth like 12 cents by now, but I've owned it for a long time. Showtime and HBO. You already got Cinemax. Well, they had Cinemax to start with. It was part of them. You just got to get somebody who's willing to pay for it to put out. It's not that it can't be got. It's just you got to get somebody that's willing to pay for it to put that particular movie out. Yes, in the Nerdy Panda. Yes, I was talking about this last time. Apparently, they came up with the original negative too. From what I was reading, I can't confirm that, but from what I was reading, they came up with the original negative that they're restoring with and they're going to show this whole new restored of the original films from the original negative in the theater that they're going to do prints from. We'll see. I am in. We're seeing all those. I read that we're getting the whole bloody affair of Kill Bill on 4K. Yes, you know why? Because Amazon isn't reliant on their movies. So they can put it out because they sell their biggest thing is selling product, right? And the commerce. All this other stuff is just peripheral to them. The movies and stuff's just for the hell of it. So they sell their movies, they can just make some more money. Maybe they can talk more people into coming to stream, but see, streaming's not how they make their most money. Netflix, they can't do that because everything they give away, they don't have a commerce site that they're making money from. They're only making money from their streaming content. So they don't want to give any of it up. They're men in tights. They roam around the forest looking for fights. I don't know why you put that in there, but it definitely jumped right in my head. Garbage Day. Yeah, man, the remake. The remake is coming. Yeah, it'd be fun to go see the original Predator again on the big screen. I did see that originally when it came out. And I mean, to be honest, like I wish everybody could just have their own studios and make it, but Warner Brothers is going to sell to somebody. So you have to figure out who you want that to be and why. And all of Hollywood have decided they don't want it to be Netflix. And I said this jokingly, but I think it's funny if in the end it's movies that unites us all. Because right now you have all of these unions and guilds and actors and A-list filmmakers and senators on the right and senators on the left and Trump and the administration, all these people that are kind of like coming to one side to preserve theaters and stuff. And in the end, if it's movies that brings us together, I say something pretty cool about that. Even if it's temporary. Oh, you saw a 35 millimeter print of Commando? Oh, that's awesome, man. Now, I have a historic theater here about 30 minutes from me in Midtown Atlanta called the Plaza Theater, and sometimes they'll do some stuff like that. Nice. Lost Highway. See, I personally, like, one of the things I would really like to do with if I made enough money is to open a movie theater with two screens, a vintage theater like an 80s retro cafe, kind of theater where in those two screens we show all old movies and we do theme nights like where you come cosplay, dress up, we have snacks and drinks that are themed to the movies and all that kind of stuff where it's a big event. Like that's something I've always wanted to do. Like we show Halloween during Halloween and you can come dressed up, or we show, Friday the 13th marathon, whatever. Not new movies, but all older movies. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Drew's Movie Club. What's up, man? Yeah, a lot of people are seeing that the same way. You know what? We got to take all the wins that we can get. That's just how it is. We got to take the wins when we can get them. Oh, I saw that. We're supposed to be getting the first 5 minutes of the Odyssey in front of the Avatar 3 IMAX screening. Spielberg's movie The Dish and Avengers Doomsday. That's worth going to see. Avatar. Subjecting myself to, I'm not a fan of Avatar movies. That's worth subjecting myself to it to go see. Now, see, could you imagine the Odyssey? The Odyssey, when that comes out, straight to streaming. That's sacrilege. Sacrilege. Like, because listen, I taught, ancient Greece and Roman history and stuff. The Iliad and the Odyssey are two of my favorite books of all time. I have read those ridiculous amount of times. So, I mean, I could recite the opening of the Iliad in Greek iambic pentameter or iambic hexameter. Forget which one is which. It goes like main and Teia Achilles, which is basically sing to me, O muse, of the tale of Achilles. I did like Troy. I would love a 4K of Troy. That's Warner Brothers too. I would love a 4K of Troy. I know that's Warner Brothers because I tried to use a clip of it in a video that's coming up in the next couple of days, and it kept getting copyrighted, and I finally had to just use still photos and animate some still photos in and out. So I know, and it said Warner Brothers claims this, do not use. So Troy is definitely Warner Brothers. Again, I don't care about anybody's politics. I care about movies. So where did we get all these trolls in here all of a sudden? You're out. We don't play those games. No, it is not. No, it is not. Yeah, they're out. Oh yeah, the Ray Harryhausen Clash of the Titans. We definitely need the 4K of that. Yeah, like where like all of a sudden like these random like trolls popped in here to start. Yeah, I don't play those games. They did let us vote on the Harryhausen box set. They sure did, and I voted for the Harryhausen box set. Yeah, I like this is what happens when you are led around by the nose by constant headlines and constant streaming in doom scrolling, and you don't look at anything for yourself, and you're smooth brain. You just keep getting more smooth brained, and you don't have any rational thought, recourse, researchability, context, intelligence above a grapefruit. Those are the kind of things that happen. I'm kicking everybody out with that kind of stuff, Austin. Are you talking to me about intelligence? I hope you're talking to somebody else. I did also vote for just one of the guys. That's one I really would like to have. We could vote for like three. I'm trying three things, right? I think it was either two or three. I can't remember which one other one I voted for. I know I voted for just one of the guys in the Harryhausen box. I do have the Dollars trilogy, the Arrow Dollars trilogy. I'm gonna wait and see for another U.S. release. I've got the Kino Muddy 4K, so I'm just gonna wait. Canadian Maker, I appreciate it, man. I have to jump. All the best this Christmas. Celebrate Christmas, yes. Have a good one, my friend. Look, before you go. Still sitting right here, man. I appreciate it. That third one, Jason. That third one. Turbines is director approved. You know that's probably going to eventually end up back here, though, right? At some point, that'll come back. It'll come back here. Somebody will get it. Colin Solomon says, hey, man, love the channel. First learned about you from Cobwebs. Oh, Daniel's my man over there. Have loved the coverage of WB Netflix from you and have spent way too much on 4K since following you. Listen, I buy all the stuff myself that I talk about, so I'm right there in it with you. The cable guy. Very close. We're not at 100 likes yet. Well, two people too busy thinking they want to insult my intelligence or think they know the politics or whatever else. Smooth brain. Oh, I'm glad you liked the review. I know I felt a little rusty doing a review on the channel. Now, with my Patreon folks, I do reviews all the time, but they're way less informal. So, it was different to kind of do it old school style again. Oh, I know you're a wrinkle brain. Why so blue tube? I know you're wrinkle brain. Shiver. I haven't seen Shivers in a long time, but I got not the 4K, the MV or the Vestron Blu-ray over here, but it's missing the slip. Yeah, some of the clips are much more informal. And more risque. Well, they can be depending on the movie. I don't have to see over there. I don't have to censor it. I can talk to you like you're adults that are allowed to watch, adult movies or R-rated movies. Apparently, because they have still not sent me mine from Amazon. They still haven't sent that or History of Violence. And I ordered those two because I couldn't find them locally, and I should have just kept going trying to find somewhere, but I've been too busy. I don't know. I do not know. I haven't contacted Ignite on anything. I do need to ask them if they'll leak to me, if they'll let me know about the Bride of Reanimator. Yeah, Eyes Wide Shut was sold out almost everywhere, and I pre-ordered it the day it first came available from Amazon. Uh, so that's, and then I had to go back and do the same thing with History of Violence because it was all out everywhere. It's funny you should say that. It's going to appear on a list here very soon. Christmas movies of a type. Hey man, I enjoy Lost in Space. It's not any great whatever, but it's fun. I'll straight up ask them. Let's see over here. Yeah, I'll message them. I'll message them when we get off here. Becca says she hates seeing the trolls, but take it as a compliment. When someone is doing extremely well, somebody wants to try to knock them down. In other words, I'm kicking ass. So I appreciate it. Yeah, like you have to work really hard to like the whole like I got you. I'm gonna make a comment and get you and own you. Well, you're gonna have to you better pack a lunch. So none of that stuff. It's funny to me. Holy crap! I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. I hope that. Let me see. I haven't got any. I did. I think my Anaconda 4K is here. I think it's outside in my delivery box. But I don't think they have. I was shopping for vintage sneaker laces. I finally found me a pair of Nike Air Pegasus 83s that will fit my giant ass foot. But I got to get the original laces. Let's see. Like pull up Amazon and it's laces, shoelaces. Let's see, orders. Oh, I got right under the wire. I ordered Time Bandits 4K and all that jazz Blu-ray from Criterion right before the sale ended. It says my History of Violence is arriving December 15th through December 21st now. And it says damn, it's been a long time since I ordered Eyes Wide Shut. I got now it says my Eyes Wide Shut is arriving December 17th through December 27th. So I feel like I'm still going to be waiting. If I had to guess, I would think Paramount's going to get it now. I mean, they're going to have a hard time telling shareholders, nah, we don't want that extra $30 billion. Sly Client, the tech dad, is that? I love that avatar, man. It says glad I found your channel. I'm really enjoying the content. Have you given any thought to the? Ooh, you know what? The new Magnetar 4K players. So I swear. It's so funny you say this because last night I was laying in bed and I couldn't sleep. I wasn't feeling good at all. I ate something. I was not feeling good and I couldn't sleep. And I was scrolling, and I spent probably 30 minutes reading and looking at the Magnetar, the 900, the one that's on sale currently for $2,500. I'd be very tempted to get one, but it's got to come down. It's got to come down. I can't justify that right now, especially because I need to pick up another cinema camera. So I can't justify that right now because I've got to get another Canon C70 cinema camera to do this movie with, to shoot some stuff with. So I just can't. I can't. But man, that is eventually it is everything I was reading about the specs and everything, top of the line. And in but like the regular price on that 900 is like $3,500, and right now it's $2,500. Like, and I just bought it, just got delivered today. I can't do OLED in my living room because the TV gets left on all the time and it's super bright in there. It's like a wall of windows. So I got the TLC QM9K mini LED QLED or whatever, and the 77-inch or whatever, it just got here today. And I got my Onkyo RZ50 receiver, so I just can't right now. I've still got to get that camera, but man, it's so funny you mentioned that because I just was reading about that. Like, I knew about it, but like last night I was doing the deep dive. Oh, I'm looking forward to Spaceballs, and I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you hanging out. Spaceballs 2 is coming. It's coming. They're making it. Dude, Derek, Jason, are you still in here? Movie Mass 4K, the Criterion Choir Boy, the Cardinal of Criterion. I like Cardinal of Criterion, but I wish they would do better with their artwork, man. Because I do love me some Criterion now, and my New Year's resolution is to get far enough ahead on the channel that I can watch more movies each week, and I have a certain amount of Criterions that I want to watch through. So, along with all the James Bonds that I haven't seen forever, and I got them sitting right there. And I just want to watch more movies instead of just talking about them or just, watching them through quick so that I can get the information on them. I love Far and Away, and that's a really good 4K. That's a really good 4K. I haven't seen Time Bandits in 100 years, man, so I'm looking forward to rewatching. Carrie's a big Time Bandits guy. Yeah, that's the problem right there. It's like, can it really make that much of a difference? It's hard to say that it can. Yeah, I mean, look, the specs and what they made it with, yeah, it's all there, but I don't know how much that's going to translate to that much of a different image. That'll be a luxury eventually. I'm still trying to buy, like, for my living room in there because I don't want to run a full surround system in there because I don't. It's where it's the more formal area. So I'm gonna buy a couple of clips, reference Premiere the 800Fs and kind of get by without, and have a big center channel in there and get by without a subwoofer. And I got some upper rears in the ceiling in there, and that's all I'm going to do in there. But in here, I have 4 Atmos speakers, the reference Premiere front, right and left, the center channel. I'll have the extra. I have 9 speakers in here. Is it 2, 4, 6, 8? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Yeah, I'll have 9 in here. So those 800s take up some space, though. Yo, we were talking about how come the we can't figure out why Criterion's not doing better on their artwork. It's rough. You know what? That's another one I need to look, because I pre-ordered that too. Let's see. You know what else I really want that's a luxury? I want those, I'm a sunglass. I don't wear a lot of jewelry or anything. I got my cross necklace, and I'm a big watch guy and a sunglasses guy. And I really want those Ray-Bans, the Meta Ray-Bans. Boogie Nights arriving for me, my steelbook, on the 16th. Anaconda says it's still arriving today, but it ain't got here yet. Oh, Risha says there's 100 boxes out there, so it probably is out there. Minority Report's telling me mine is going to arrive December 19th, and my Catch Me If You Can is going to arrive on Sunday. It was originally supposed to be here today. Those are all steelbooks. Seb, I appreciate you hanging out, man. The art has been crap lately, man. It's like, so much of it looks like a kid with crayons. You know, I haven't really checked into the Canon C50 that much. I got to be honest, because I have so much experience using the C70 that I'm just comfortable with it, and I'm going to get a used one. So if I was leaning, I'd say Paramount's going to get them. Oh, that's my, no, that's, oh, look what happened here. Live in charge, my Vinegar Syndrome monthly box. Ooh, nice and cold. It's like 30 degrees outside. Ooh, my Lionsgate box. I don't know what all I got from Lionsgate. My Vinegar Syndrome.
They're all chase packages.
They're all chase packages. My kind of thing. It came in packages, boxes, and bags.
What you doing? Are you doing the help?
Even though it says to my name, though, I can't open it all because it might be for other people. The Vicar of Christ. He should be the Vicar of Vinegar Syndrome. The Criterion, the Cardinal of Criterion. I think I've promoted him to Cardinal. No longer the choir boy of Criterion. He's the Cardinal of Criterion. Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money. Yeah, if I was betting, man, I'd bet on Paramount. I like my Panasonic UB820. I like it. Oh, have you watched Blowout 4K? I like Blowout. It's slow, but I like it. I own like a grand total of 5 homebrews. Dutch with Ed O'Neill, the John Hughes movie, Hubie Halloween, and the 3 original despecialized Star Wars, which those were given to me. I don't think, like, I don't think that's a viable way to, in the future, to build a physical media collection of high quality. Man, I feel like AI would do better job. I thought the standard of Dark City was already out. Is it not? I thought it was. What is it? I might be wrong. I thought it was out already. Where's Why So Bluetooth? He's probably knows. I thought Dark City for the standard was already out. I kind of quit paying attention to it because I got the box set. Did you know that there was 3 of those box sets sitting in the wild at the Mall of Georgia, Barnes and Noble, and I wasn't aware that they had sold out everywhere. I could have bought all 3 of them. They were just sitting there. And when I realized they were and went back, they were gone. Yeah, Dark City. Here we go. Here it is. It's out right now. New arrival. Boom. You can grab it. Dark City 4K standard. Sold out. Can't grab it from there, but it's out, so you can grab it from somebody. I like the Steelbook so much. I like the Steelbook so much, man. I have them separate. I have the separate. I am such an Arnold fan though. If I come up on the Chronicles at any time at a good price where the both in one, I'll probably buy it. Yeah, I can't, or we would be here forever. Did I show my address? I didn't show my address on the stream, did I? Oh, on the package? I don't think you could have seen it, did you? It looks like it. I don't see it either, Becca. That's all that came. Amazon boxes, a Lionsgate box, and a Vinegar Syndrome box. Risha Wayne says, "You're lucky, Chase. My wife shoots me deadly daggers if she gets my delivery package before I can nab them from the front door." Wayne says that I'm lucky because his wife shoots him deadly daggers if she gets to the delivery packages and sees them. That's what she's like. I don't care about what you want. If you don't buy it for yourself, I'll buy it for you. I will not. I am actually pretty, like, it seems like I'm pretty bad about, like, I will not buy myself stuff. She will have to make me buy stuff, and I will have to, especially if it's a big purchase, I will research it and think about it and ponder it until she's in the other. She's like, "Oh my God, just buy it!" Like, you spent $500 worth of time worrying about it. Oh, that I would love to have. I would love to have that. Oh, my favorite's Body Double. My favorite De Palma movie's Body Double. The shit lord of Shout Factory. Flow. I kept seeing that, but I didn't get out. I didn't get it. I want this, but they're doing a new season. They're doing a new season. Barbecue sauce. Oh, the Bishop of Bull Moose is in here. Did you see that too? I don't have a bull moose. Are you serious? The tracking says held at office for pickup at customer request. Not at my request because they haven't been here. I haven't really left my house hardly. So during delivery hours. They came out with a standard of small soldiers. I'm just gonna go out right here and tell everybody this is a very good movie right here. A very good movie. Somewhere in time, Christopher Reeve insisted on this being made. If he did Superman 2, I think it was 2 or one of them, he insisted, okay, I'll do it, but you got to do this movie. I did not get His Girl Friday on this order. I did not. That's so crazy. Like I don't like I have been here, so I don't know. Holy crap! Movie Mass. Oh, you're Tyler. My very first channel member in here says first watch of Dead Heat last. Oh, your first watch of Dead Heat. You guys, Tyler has been here since like my first days about 18 months ago. And he was my very, very first channel member. I'll never forget that. Dead Heat is fun. Dead Heat is like a good 80s like action buddy cop movie mixed with a little horror. I mean, what's not to like? Yeah, Dead Heat's awesome. He went home without delivery. Yeah, man, I definitely know that. I was so tired this morning. I was nauseous, man. I didn't feel good when I went to bed last night. It was my son's football banquet last night, and Risha made all the desserts, and it was just like a dessert thing. But we had dessert before dinner, and I just had a couple of bites of something, and I was fine then. But then we went and ate, and I did whatever we ate. I did not feel good. I couldn't sleep last night. And I've been so tired all day. I was going to try to record a couple of videos today. I looked like somebody punched me in the face. Couldn't do it. Oh, I love Bill Murray in Zombieland. Did you get it? Did you get the Vinegar Syndrome with Slip? Delivered to parcel locker. I don't have a parcel locker. Oh man, that slip is so awesome. Let me get that slip is so cool. I grew up watching Joe Piscopo on Saturday Night Live. Well, I was a little older when he got on there. But that's such a cool slip. All right, Becca, I'll look at it. Yeah, man, Treat Williams. Yeah, the back. The back is hilarious. Yeah, I will have that in this box over here that came. Yeah, that was an awesome era of Saturday Night Live. All right, everybody. It's about 10:30. I need to get off here. I still got some things to do and try to get some sleep. I need to record about 4 videos tomorrow and finish the edit on tomorrow's video. So I got a lot to do. And apparently now I got to go track down my mailman. So does it look better? Has the MVD one out already? But I appreciate you all being here with me, and let's hope that the theaters not only survive but they thrive. And we can't change what's happening directly, but I think it's the groundswell of people voicing their concerns and uniting together over their concerns and causing a pushback and all that kind of stuff that has caused a pause on all this, and it gave Paramount the push to make another bid. And if you don't say anything, then you can't complain. And whatever small way I have to influence anything, and there's enough groundswell out there to influence, I got to take that chance and say things what I can while I can. Because if you don't say anything, if you don't stand up for what you believe in or what you think's right or what you hope happens or anything, then it just happens to you and you can't say anything about it. So I'm on team anyone but Netflix. So but I will see you all later. I have video tomorrow, God willing. And I appreciate y'all all so much, and all the super chats, all the hanging out and talking, and I'll see you guys next time. But you know the drill. You gotta be kind, rewind like always, and I'll see you real soon. Good night. Bye-bye.